Why?
Well, the light just changed. Oh, it
Okay.
came back. Yo, what's going on, everyone? Nacho here. Hope you guys are having a good day today. Today we have a special guest, Rizu, and today's video is going to be about how to plan and budget your dream trip. So we're going to focus on international trips because that's kind of what we're most familiar with.
The first thing that you need is to obviously have your passport and to have your luggage or bags ready. So once you have those, the next thing that you need to do is to pick your destination. And after picking your destination, you're gonna have to know how many days you can actually take off to go visit that place.
Make sure to take into account the time that it takes to actually get to your destination. So sometimes it might take like a day or two to actually fly and actually get to your final resting spot. So now we're going to walk you through the steps of what it would be like to plan your dream trip.
So the first thing that you should plan is your flight. And this is important because you don't want to plan anything else before you have your flight secured. So you're gonna want to find a flight that works with your days. It's better if you have more flexible dates to work with. Sometimes that can mean that the price of your flight will come out cheaper. And your flight is also gonna be one of your biggest expenses.
So once you find your flights, next thing you wanna do is figure out your accommodations. I guess depending on your budget, you can either go with like hotels or hostels or bed and breakfasts. They're all pretty good. Within our experiences, hostels aren't as bad. You do save a lot of money, but you do lose a little bit of that, I guess, luxury side of things.
So the next thing is transportation, and you're gonna want to do some research on this before you actually get there and kind of find out what people use there, like if their transportation is cars, buses, trains. And the most important transportation that you need to have planned before you arrive there is the one from the airport to your accommodation.
So the next thing you're going to want to plan out is your food that you're going to be eating there. So a lot of the time, if you're staying at one location, you can get by just going to the grocery store and buying groceries for, I guess, as long as you want. But also make sure to have restaurants picked out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The way we would like to do it is we would go out mainly for dinner, and it was like 50-50 for lunch, but most of the time we would have groceries for breakfast.
So the next thing to plan is exploration. So this means different things to different people. Some people like to go sightseeing and some people like to do certain activities. But just do your research ahead of time to see if you need to schedule certain things, if they're even open, and how much a certain activity can cost.
So this may or may not apply to you, but if you like the people around you, you should also consider buying them some souvenirs. So the way we suggest you go about this is kind of make a list of the people you're planning on buying stuff for, and then after that, make sure you have room for the things that you're going to buy for them.
And the last thing that you need to plan for is for any emergency purchases, any unexpected purchases that you have to buy or pay for there. This is similar to someone purchasing like travel insurance that can cover a variety of things during your trip. We've had it on some trips, usually because it's mandatory, but we've gone without it most of our trips.
So an alternative to all this planning is to actually just book a tour. There's ups and downs to that, but the only reason we like to actually plan our own trip is because we save a lot of money, and booking a tour is actually really expensive, and you don't really get that much freedom on seeing and doing what you actually want to do.
So as an example, for our first international trip, we did decide to do a tour. The main reason is because we were a little nervous about traveling there, you know, not knowing the language, not really having traveled anywhere. It was our first trip. That trip was only for 10 days, and it actually cost a lot more than us going back to the same country for a whole month.
So in the end, you can just choose whatever you want to do. Just make sure if you plan your trip, make sure to triple check your work, and also be safe and not do anything dangerous if you're on your own or even with a group. Alright, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this information could help you guys out plan your future dream vacation. We're going to be making more travel and more planning related videos, so stay tuned for that and make sure to subscribe. Also, if you enjoyed this video or if it helped you out, make sure to give it a like. It would really help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, make sure to check me out on Instagram at Nacho Travel. So with that out of the way, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.